Hey, what is up guys, this is Yusuf here from TECHDROIDS and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. And today we are taking a look at the best $1,000 gaming PC build you can build for the money and for the month of February, March and April. And you can extend this till the end of 2017 or maybe the mid of 2017 because the parts mentioned in this video won't be updated for like a year. So let's get started with the performance and then the parts that make it all possible. But before that, all the parts mentioned in this video are linked in the description below to Amazon US. So if you want to help out the channel and help me make more videos, go down to those links and buy anything you want and drop a like rating, get subscribed to the channel for more videos like this, and let's get started with the performance. So in terms of the performance, you can expect 1440p to 4K gaming at medium to max settings at 60 FPS or above in the modern AAA titles. So Witcher 3, Assassin's Creed, Battlefield 1, GTA 5, Call of Duty, or any other game that you have. Anything would work at 60 FPS, medium to max settings, 1440p to 4K gaming. 1080p at max settings with everything maxed out is a breeze for this PC. So that's the performance you can expect in the modern AAA titles. Talking about the older titles, you can expect 150 FPS and above in 4K like Minecraft, CSGO, Dota 2, League of Legends, World of Warcraft, and any other older title that is not that intensive. So you can play that at 4K, no problem. And this PC is also meant to be a VR beast, so you can expect good VR performance, smooth VR performance without any blocky effects, without any lag in most VR titles at medium to high settings depending upon the game. So with that being said, let's get to the parts that make it all possible. So for the CPU, I went with the Intel Core i5-7600. So this is a quad core clocked at 4.1 GHz and it costs $229 and comes with Intel HD graphics 630. So it's a quad core, that means it maintains compatibility with most of the modern AAA titles and it will do so in the future as well. And 4.1 GHz is a very healthy clock speed. You cannot overclock this, and this falls short of the 7600K, the highest end i5, which costs $239. But you might think, just for $10, why did you cheap out on the CPU? But when you get an overclockable CPU, you need a beefier motherboard. That's a Z270 that costs about $170, and a CPU cooler. And the performance increase you might get is not that much, so maybe a 2 to 5% performance increase and 10% in some cases. So we have gone for the non-overclockable version and it costs about $229 and should do the job for this build. But if you feel that you want an overclockable build, drop a thumbs up on this video because that's coming next up. And to house that CPU, we have the MSI Gaming B250M Mortar motherboard. This supports DDR4, HDMI and USB 3.1 Type-C. Cost $85. No flashy features such as LEDs or anything, but this thing should do the job for our build. It supports our CPU. It has the LG1151 socket type. You can house an i7 in this thing and it should do the job. It cannot overclock, doesn't support overclocking, and we don't have overclockable CPU as well. But the motherboard should do the job for $85. In terms of RAM or the primary memory, we have 16 GB of Crucial BALLISTIX support juicing up the system. DDR4 at 2400 MHz. This is a single DIMM, so if you ever feel the system's getting slow in the future, which it never have, 16 GB is plenty. But if you really want to upgrade for something really high end, 32 GB is no problem as the motherboard supports it, and the PC will become even better. The 16 gigs cost about $110 and should do the job for your video editing, gaming, VR, anything that you want in 2017. As our primary storage, we have the WD Blue 1TB juicing up the whole system. That should be plenty enough for you to store your Steam library, your games, movies, songs, videos, whatever it is. That should be enough. 7200 RPM means it's the mainstream, fastest mainstream kind of hard drives go. Maintenance standard is reliable and should do the job. I recommend this as I personally use it. So $49.99, totally worth it. But the hard drives are not the fastest thing in the world. So to accompany that, we have the Toshiba OCZ TRION SSD. So this is a 480 GB SSD which costs $129, and this will give you write and read speeds up to 550 megabytes or above that in some cases. This is 480 GB. That means it's like literally the half of your hard drive. So you can you will be able to store most of your things like big games, your video files, your softwares, and most importantly your operating system. So a SSD will improve your boot times, your app opening times, and the overall performance significantly. So SSD is always welcome, and $129 for 480 gigabytes is totally worth it. Next up, to power up the whole system, we have the EVGA 700 watt power supply, which is 80 plus certified, and it's the bronze certification. That means this thing will run above 88% efficiency at all times. It costs about $59 and should do the job for your build. And a power supply can basically destroy the whole system, so you don't want to cheap out on that. And to house all the components, we have the NZXT S340, my favorite case of all time. So whenever I'm doing something that's over $1,000 or $1,000, I have this case, rocking the whole build. So it costs $65, has cable management, front I/O, USB 3.0, and some good minimal looks. And it also has a clear side plate, so you can show off the build. And for the graphic card, I have the GIGABYTE GeForce GTX 1060 6GB variant. This thing comes with 6GB of GDDR5 memory, and it's clocked at 1873 on the boost and 1645 on the base. Costs $280, and it's a VR beast. Comes with 3 display ports, 1 HDMI port, and 1 dual-link DVI. So this wraps up the build. The GPU is gonna be a VR beast, a video editing beast, and most probably a gaming beast. 6GB is plenty enough for any game. None of the games ask for 6GB of GDDR5 memory. This supports DirectX 12 and has some good looks as well from Gigabyte. So that should wrap up the build. Drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and comment down below what are your dream parts, or what are your parts which you would like to make a change. Any suggestions, any feedback, any requests that you want to do, drop them in the comment section. And anything you can imagine, just go down in the section below and drop it in the comments. And that's been it. I'm signing out for the moment. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.